this class? Why don't you have a class going on? I mean, you put together a project. I mean, from the time of the pandemic and what you've produced, there's people.
We had problems in the beginning, and we had to go to different printers, and we had to rewrite. And I think it took about a year and a half to get this book out, literally, because there's so much more work involved than I ever.
Welcome back to Vegas. Now, if you've been following me, I have built this podcast during the pandemic after being let go from my job. I never seen Las Vegas so desolate, and no movement, no shows were going on, no gaming, no traffic. It was just an eerie time to remember. Today's guest captured every moment of it in a timeline form that tells the story of Las Vegas during the lockdown from COVID-19. I'd like to introduce my guest, Wally Hawkins. He's an author and a pro photographer, author of My Home, Our Home, Your Playground, The Lockdown to New Normal. Wally, thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
Thank you for inviting me. I'm doing great, and I'm really excited to be on your podcast.
Oh, thank you for having. I'm glad you came. When I saw the book, when we were introduced, and I saw the book, I knew I had to have you on. I'm an amateur photographer. I'm more of a creator, but I create with my smartphone. But when I saw the book, I was like, "This." I knew you had passion. It's almost you can see the passion in each shot that you take.
It's true. I really do feel. It's funny you say passion because I feel the shots. You know, my stomach tells me if what the direction I'm shooting, the composition, whatever the case, I feel it, and I know it's right or wrong for me. Or sometimes I would leave my house during the lockdown because I'm not a person that can lock down. I mean, I was careful not to be around other people, which was easy because no one else was out at that time. But, I'd always head out later in the afternoon, a little bit before sunset with a place in mind to go shoot and capture that image or whatever was there. And while driving to what I had been thinking about, sometimes my eye would catch something else and my stomach would say, nope, we're going to go shoot that today. So it's all about feeling for me.
Oh, man. Now, I want to start with the website, wallyhawkins.com. It doesn't get no better than that. Any client will remember that. I'm a business guy. That was very smart. When you were going through of just setting to have it as a stand as a business, did that come to your head first? Like, you know what? My name is going to be my website.
Yes, it did. That was the first thing. I didn't think of anything else. I just said, let's see if we can do wallyhawkins.com. And
right. It's just lovely. So it just worked in your favor.
Yeah, one of the few times.
Now, the website has Wally's collections, and it has beautiful exhibits and then a press page in your book. Let's start with your collections. I like you have the privilege to name the photo if you're the first to buy it. Explain the process.
Well, we have been trying many different ways to try to be different than everybody else. Okay. And I decided that let's not put a price down. Let someone call in, and then they can talk with me about the picture, and they can ask me any questions they want. Why did you go there? Why did you shoot it this way? Why this and that? And we can have a nice conversation, and that might even make it feel even more personal to the potential art lover. And then I can also talk with them about the size, or do they want it on acrylic? Do they want it on paper? And we can go through all those things. And then I say, what is your budget?
Right.
Because I want to get art out to art lovers, and some people can afford this and some people can afford this. And I love to work with them all. And we also do a certificate of, authenticity for each picture as well.
That is so cool. Now, that is personable. That was one thing that really stuck out. It was real cool. It's like, man, you get to either call, you get the story behind the picture.
And you know that
go ahead.
Not to cut you off, but we also think it's really cool that the art lover can name a picture.
Right.
If they love the picture and it's not sold yet, the first buyer of each collection, we would love it if they would name it, because they picked it because they got a feeling from it.
Right.
I would love to hear what they would like to name it. And then the rest of the series will be that name.
Wow. Not like that. That's how you keep someone coming back. To not even know the story or even have that hung up, but they have that story along with I named it. So now, clients going
Right,
afterwards, that is like a badge of honor almost. If you could name an
right.
artist's artwork. All right. So now with that being said, the request and the quote, you get to go behind the story, but then the first. Now, have any names came like that was off the wall that's been named by some of your clients that you're like, wow, that's pretty interesting. I would have never thought of that.
Not yet, because we're kind of new with this way of selling
Okay.
pictures.
Okay.
So no, I haven't had anything that's just really strange, or I had to say, I don't know about that. No, but I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Now, the book is beautiful. Now, I love it. I went through it at least 3 times. My family went through it. Audience, if you're listening, I've never seen Vegas captured like this before. I've never even seen it captured during the lockdown because I was out there in the lockdown. I had one of the papers to be out there driving when no one was supposed to be out. So it touched me different when I
Yeah.
saw the pictures because I was there witness it. But I think it happened so fast that even content creators didn't even think to capture that moment because it was just so quick and shocking. It was just,
You know,
Mhm. Go ahead.
go ahead.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
you're okay.
Well, I was gonna say that it is interesting. I have looked, and there are no other books documenting the Las Vegas COVID lockdown. There
Right.
isn't. This is the only book that does it, and I'm not on Amazon, so you have to connect with me. Either email me through the website, or if you're on my social media, you can message me, but not on Amazon.
Right. Now, for the book, what's the story behind the book? What sparked that idea? Not only the pandemic, but did you have previous work prior to you putting together this book? Do you have something that was put together
You
prior
know
to
what?
this?
I was running out and shooting pictures because I had to get out of the
Okay.
house. It was for my own head. I had to get out of the house. So I was running out and shooting pictures, and I was starting to gather a lot of pictures. And at one point, I said to my sister, I got all these pictures. And she just said, just as she was walking up the stairs and I was sitting on the couch, she goes, "Why don't you just make a book?" I go,
Mm,
"Okay, that's a great
mm.
idea." So that's how the book got
Wow.
started.
Okay. And you never wrote a book before?
No, that's my first book.
Wow. Because and the reason
But we're working on a couple others. We're working on a couple others right now, but that is my
to
first
be
book.
honest with you, Wally, the reason why I asked because as I go through the book and you guys once you his email, I mean not even the email, the website is in my show notes. The reason why I'm bringing this up is when I go through the book, Wally, I get a feel from you like I can learn photography from this guy. So it comes across how you documented the book though. It's just not pictures. You have a timeline, and that timeline that you have in that
Yeah,
book is not even pertaining to just Las Vegas. That's a worldwide timeline.
true.
The content of the pictures might be Vegas, but the verbiage, that's a worldwide timeline. And that's what's important about the book. It's universal, actually, when you think about the written timeline in there.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I had a nice team working with me, helping me create the whole thing. It's not a hundred. The pictures are 100%
Right.
me, but putting it together, some of the writing, I had some really talented people working with me.
Hey, it's beautiful, but it's put together beautiful. I could tell you took your time with it. It's not amateurly done. It's professional. I mean, that's why it struck across as like, why is this class? Why don't you have a class going on? I mean, you put together a project. I mean, from the time of the pandemic and what you've produced, there's people I know that are taking still 5 years on the first thing, and you've got a full product already put together within this timeline. That's
And it wasn't easy, and it took us. We had problems in the beginning, and we had to go to different printers, and we had to rewrite. And I think it took about 1.5 years to get this book out, literally, because there's so much more work involved than I ever knew.
Right.
And I really appreciate your compliments on the book, and it was a lot of work.
Right. I can tell. Now, what is some advice you have? Because I have a lot of authors that do listen, a lot of podcasters that also write. Also, what is something you can give to them that you've learned coming from a photographer's standpoint that you didn't know about concerning book publishing?
I think the first thing I would say is you need to find someone that has done this type of work before to help guide you through it, because just on paper, piecing the book together with the pictures and making everything fit within certain parameters. I mean, that's a whole thing in itself, So like I said earlier, I worked with a great team, and that would be my advice.
Right.
Not to try to do it 100% on your own. Not the first time, anyways.
Great advice. That's great advice right there. Appreciate that. Now, did you have any problems while you were out there capturing this content? Yeah. Was there any issues you ran into?
A couple of times, not a lot, but I actually, on the strip, and there's one specific picture, and I know you'll remember this picture, but it's the Paris, and I'm shooting from the strip, kind of down the strip, and there's no cars, and you can see the Paris Hotel, and there's some palm trees in the shot. Sir. I was literally in the middle of the street shooting that, but there was no cars, as you know, and as you could see. The only people out on the strip during COVID was the police, hotel security, and a few nuts like me. The police, they got mad at me, and they started yelling and started coming towards me while I was capturing that picture. I literally got that picture in seconds, grabbed my camera, and took off.
Wow. Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, I know he had an issue because it was just total desolate in those pictures. You guys have to check this book out. These are shots of Las Vegas unlike any other. I doubt that you can even look online and find some of the shots that you will find in this book. And he's not stingy with the shots either. There's plenty of them in his book. Certain books you'll get the book and you're like, man, I wish there was more shots. He's loaded it with beautiful shots.
There's 170 pages of full page glossy pictures.
Yes. High quality too. High quality. Now, you have to get a class going. I hope you documented all the steps you took from this,
Well, I did right here. That's a dangerous place.
I would definitely be a student. I would. Most definitely. Oh, man. Now, explain the process. Now, if they find a picture on your website, which I see there's a lot of pictures. Say, for instance, it might take my favorite one on there is the when they have the hotel rooms lit up with the pound hashtag Vegas Strong. It's my favorite one. I love that one. Now, if they was to go on your website, they can just click on the photo. And what if they're inquiring about purchasing? What will be the process?
Well, they can click where they can message me, and they can put in the message when's a good time for us to talk, and then we'll talk over the phone. And well, like I said a little bit earlier, we'll talk about everything that they want to talk about. They can ask me any questions they want. Why did you go there? What kind of camera did you use? Right. Tell me what you were thinking. Why did you frame it this way? Why didn't you do this? I'd be happy to have that discussion as long as anybody would want to have it. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking about it. So once they do that, then we can talk about, where are you going to put it in your house? Oh, okay. How big do you think you're going to want the picture? And then, I can get it to you on acrylic, metal, paper, whatever you'd like. So we'll talk about all of that. And then we can talk about them naming the picture if they would like. So that's
Right.
how they can message me through the website, tell me when's a good time to talk, and we'll talk
Right.
about
And
it.
if I'm not mistaken, you did have it where you can pick your type, however you want it. Also the print options to where if someone didn't want to contact, they can able just purchase right there online, correct?
I didn't
Now, could they
understand the
select
question.
their print options and just purchase right online if they just want to select everything online and just, buy and go?
Um, they need to give me
No
a
problem.
call, or they can
Okay.
message me
All
and
right.
say, "Hey, I want that picture on
Okay.
acrylic,
Okay.
this size." And but then we still have to talk about price because I don't have a price tag on any of those pictures.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
make sure that
Okay.
art lovers get the piece that they like, and I believe people will be fair. I hope that's not too naive, and because I want to
That's
be
right.
fair. I want to
Right.
get art out there because it makes me feel good, and if you're looking at it, I know it makes you feel good. So let's just make it
I like
happen.
it.
Be fair
All
to each
right. Now
side.
that makes sense right there, Wally. I like that. Now I know for sure the book is buy and go because I saw that the book they could just purchase and go.
The book is buy and go. It's $65, and I think it's a pretty good deal
Yes, it
for
is.
the quality that you're getting. It's a hardcover. Like I said a second ago, 170 full page pictures, and like you said, there's verbiage in it. It's not just a
Correct.
picture book.
Correct. It's a beautiful timeline. It's almost like a history book, you guys. I kid you not. It's a history book. Now,
Well, it's funny you say that because a PR company told me that it is historical, number one, and it's
it
unique.
is. I love it. My children love it. We all. It's a family
Oh,
book.
thank
It's
you.
literally a family book. So yeah, and there's no reason I can see this in schools. So this should be in schools, near in the future to let them know that you documented this, era, which shouldn't be forgotten. Which easily could. It easily
Well,
could though.
yeah. Well, at least we got it now. It's historical, and you're right.
Yes, yes. Hey man, I appreciate you. Now, social media handles. Do you have any social media handles for any audience listening that might want to connect with you?
I do. I'm on Instagram. I thought I sent those to you so you could put them in the wherever you would put them. So I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook as Wally Hawkins. I'm on Facebook as Wally Hawkins Photography. I'm on Instagram. I just had to change my handle because I got hacked. Let me
Oh
give you.
man. Okay.
Yeah, I got hacked and they took my whole Instagram. Literally, I couldn't get back into it. I had to start over.
Wow.
So right now, my new Instagram is Wally underscore Hawkins underscore photo, and Wally is
Okay.
WALLY.
Okay, you guys got that. Now, that's been a thing. I've been seeing a lot of people getting hacked. What would be the steps when you get hacked to do if those listeners has been through that? How do you resolve that?
I had to start over. There was no resolving it. Instagram couldn't get it back for me. Um, I lost. I mean, I had I think over 600 followers, and now I'm at 75.
What? And there's no way you can retrieve that profile back?
No, just to make it quick, I received this message, and it said a friend of mine at the gym was selling some workout clothes, and I wanted to support
Right.
him. And it sounded reasonable. It didn't sound something off the wall because I knew the guy, and he's a
Uh-huh.
trainer. So I clicked yes. And the second I clicked yes, they took my whole Instagram. And then they tried to reach out to everybody that was my
Oh,
followers.
gotcha, gotcha. Wow.
So I could not get it back
Wow.
now.
Yeah, you have to be careful on those message and they can portray themselves as someone you know. So I understand why you
Yeah,
felt comfortable by clicking that. That's understandable. Oh man, I hate that right there. I do. All right. So now are you for hire? Can someone hire you just for photography work?
absolutely. I really love that. I actually had a real estate friend of mine who he wanted to give a picture to a client of his that bought this certain house. And he goes, I love all your pictures. There's one that I like, but I would like you to go out and do this. So I love doing that. So I went out and I shot pictures. I'd send it to him. He go, you're getting close. I go back out and I'd shoot some more. He goes, you're getting closer. And then I finally got it. and he was super happy, and he gave it to his client. So
Wow.
I love doing that type of work
Yes,
as
sir. You
well.
hear that, and that is in high demand right now too. Wally is the reason why I mentioned that. So not only could you buy this beautiful book he has, or the pictures, he also is for hire for photography, and I'm sure for that's anything you can think of: birthdays, weddings, graduations, under the list of all family portraits. I'm sure he does it. The contact, and I do have all his links in the show notes. Okay. Wally, I want to thank you. Wally, I'm mad right now about the Instagram thing. I am. That burns me up. It does. I don't like to hear news like
Well,
that.
thank you.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes me mad. And then you have to start all over because that's tough work when you engage and you build up. I know. I know it's tough work. It is. Yes.
It is.
So we're going to get into this or that, easy, get a little personal. We're going to see which is your favorite. Okay. And with this or that, after that, we're going to see how very, very Vegas you are. It seems like you're very Vegas. You might get this within an instant. So the first one, this or that, when you're in town, your favorite station casino, two different sides of town, would you rather choose Red Rock or Sunset? Or which do you favor?
Are you
Yes,
asking
sir.
me?
Red Rock or Sunset?
I'd go
Red
Red
Rock.
Rock.
Okay. Red Rock is beautiful. Yes, sir. I think you're that is
You do know that they're building 3 more casinos, right?
correct.
By 2023, they're going to double the amount of
I
casinos they
love
have
it. I
here.
love the stations. They take care of us. They take care of the locals. I
I
can't wait to
agree.
see what the Durango looks like. That's getting built right now.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So the next one, I'm not sure if you're a taco guy, or if you like Mexican food, but do you prefer Don Taco or Roberto's?
I love Mexican food. I'm also a plant-based
Okay.
person, but you can eat a lot of Mexican food and stay plant-based.
Hmm.
I would go
Roberto's. Okay. Is there a
Roberto's. Yeah.
spot that caters to plant-based, a Mexican spot out here that you know of that you might want to share?
Not
Okay.
specifically, but you don't really need one because I mean, all you have to do is avoid some chicken or some meat. Just
True.
put in the beans and the rice and the avocado and the tomatoes, and you got yourself a
Gotcha.
great
Right, right.
meal.
Long as it's fresh, you're good to go. All right. Now, for slots, if you was to game a little, do you prefer buffaloes or the dancing drums?
Actually, I don't gamble, so I don't even know anything about
All right, all right. The buffaloes is good if you decide to go ahead and pop that. All right. So I appreciate you on that one, Wally. So next, we're going to see how very, very Vegas you are. It's not a right or wrong answer, just a trivia to educate Las Vegas on the history. So this one, I'm sure you'll get. So what casino replaced the Hard Rock on Paradise and Harmon?
Oh, the Virgin.
I told you. I knew it. We
Now, where's the Hard Rock going to go to replace another casino? I got a question for you. Where is the Hard Rock going to replace another casino?
I don't know, where did they finally get that location at? That's the one that's going to shape as the big guitar, right?
The
The
Mirage.
Mirage. So they're going to build
Yeah,
the guitar shaped. Is that correct?
yeah. I think the
That thing is
volcano is going to be
beautiful.
taken out,
Right.
and I think they'll put the guitar there.
Wow. Wow. That is going to be something. And what else is new that you might know that's going on in town? That's changed. Any changes?
Well, the town constantly changes.
Correct.
It has never stopped changing. So that I don't know what's newer. I mean, I love Las Vegas. My parents moved my sister and I here. I'm going to start to age myself, so bear with me. In 1974, I moved here in 74 with my mom and dad. In 74, there was only 200,000 people here. Now there's close to 3 million.
Right. Wow. It's a little. I always refer to it as a country western. It's a little country western town. It seems big, but everyone still knows each other.
And that's why. So, as a landscape photographer, most landscape photographers, you go to their website, they all have a lot of the same pictures.
Right.
They got the same arch set with the sun coming through it, the same shots of the Grand Canyon, the same pier in California.
Right.
I focus on Las Vegas and Southern Nevada.
Right.
About 90% of my pictures, as you would know because you've been on the site, 90% of my pictures are Las Vegas and Southern Nevada. The other 10% are when I travel.
Yeah, I love it.
But I just love showing our
Yeah,
home.
and like you said, these are shots that you rarely would see a photographer flash. Like I love the one that you have in the alley that was downtown. That was beautiful. There's a lot of them that you wouldn't even think no one would capture of that are just beautiful when you look at it. So yeah, good job. You do have an eye. You do. You're
Thank you.
welcome. All right, Wally, I want to thank you. We're going to wrap it in. Again, you guys, if you're listening, his
Cool.
website is at the bottom. It's easy. His name is Wally Hawkins, wallyhawkins.com. Check them out, you guys. Beautiful book. The book is definitely a family book, children's book. If you're out of town, especially out of the country, I know a lot of those in Morocco that are listening. You guys want to educate yourself on Vegas and how it looked when the pandemic was here. Get the book. Go to the website. Click the link. Check the book out. It's real educating. It's a real history book. That's what we said. It's a history book because the timeline is real deep, and we forgot about the timeline until we got into his book, and it made us remember more once we started reading Wally's book. Thank you for the book, Wally. Yes, thank you.
Thank
No
you.
problem, Wally. Thank you for joining me too. Okay, and you guys, you
All right.
take care, and I'll see you. We will collaborate on the back end. Okay, because I will want to contact you.
I look forward
because
to it.
I want to
Thank
get
you.
with you with some photography work, and then you should get you a class going. Yes.
Cool. Let's do
Okay,
it.
done deal.
Yeah.
Thank you,
All right.
audience. I love you guys, and we'll see
All
you
right,
guys
thanks.
next Friday. You guys take care. Thank you for tuning in.